What's up and welcome to FPL Today. I'm your host JNO, welcome to the channel and welcome to another video about best players in each bracket in each position. Today we're looking at premium price defenders, but before we get into this video, if you want FPL content in your subscription box, consider subscribing to the channel. We've just got over 3,000 subscribers and we're still growing as we go through 30 days of FPL. Currently on day 23 I believe, and we're going strong thanks to your guys' support and also a little bit of help from the missus. Anyway, on to this video, and before we go into this, there's this massive debate right now about where you should spend your money, especially after my squad budget video, which has gone off past year's top players. It's now a common opinion amongst a lot of players that potentially we should be looking at including one more defender in our starting 11 because of the value they bring. Now, whilst I see the benefit of that argument, because if we look, last season 3 of Chelsea's defenders actually scored more than the majority of midfielders and forwards. Only 8 midfielders and 5 forwards scored more than Marcos Alonso, Gary Cahill or Cesar Azpilicueta. That being said, you have to get those players in for it to be valuable to you. And to pick them at the beginning of the season, in my eyes, isn't a certainty. Again, nothing is a certainty at the beginning of the season, but until we know for certainty who those high scoring defenders are going to be, I personally wouldn't put too much money into defence until you know where you need to put that money. But enough about my personal opinion on this debate about what formation and where to spend your squad budget. Let's get on with the premium price defenders, and we're starting off this video with Antonio Valencia. Now, for a premium price defender, you want to know that player is going to start every single game because you're not going to be rotating them. So a lot of my choices are based on the fact that I need to know this player will play every single game that they possibly can. And even then, I've still not been able to pick a lot of players that nailed on 36 to 38 games in a season. Antonio Valencia only had 27 starts last season. The reason he is in there because we also need to look for players that will get goals and assists as well as getting clean sheets. And Man United showed they could get plenty of clean sheets, and Valencia showed he could get plenty of assists if the season goes his way. Last season, he managed to get 12 clean sheets and conceded only 20 goals. He created 31 chances for his teammate, but only 3 of them were big chances. With Man United's favourable start to the season with West Ham, Swansea, Leicester, Stoke and Everton, I believe Valencia could have a great start to the season, and if Man United build on how strong they are defensively and how solid they are defensively, Antonio Valencia may be allowed to bomb forward, especially with Matic now joining the club, so who knows what results we could get from attacking wing-backs at Man United. The second choice for today is Kolasinac. You know I said that wrong. Coming in at 6 million, I'm looking for a defender in that Arsenal side that will be able to get attacking returns and looks pretty nailed on. And for me, it looks like Gibbs is on his way out. Monreal can play in centre back as well, so I believe Kolasinac has come in and is going to be the main man at left back for Arsenal. Bellerin is also a very attacking wing back, but he looks like he might be rotating that duty with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain unless Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain moves club. And just from last season's stats at Schalke and the way he started this pre-season, I feel like he might be nailed on in that Arsenal side, but this is a guess. Coming in at 6 million, he had 24 starts last season with 25 appearances in total and got 3 goals and 5 assists, which means 8 goals he was involved in for Schalke FC. Now, with fixtures like Leicester, Stoke, Liverpool, Bournemouth and Chelsea, the fixture list isn't too bad, and if I was going for an Arsenal defender, I want to be sure that they're going to play and they could get attacking returns. If Koscielny wasn't injured, I would probably have picked Koscielny instead, but it looks like he's not going to start the season, which is why I'm looking at Kolasinac instead. The next choice is the most expensive defender in the game, and it is Marcos Alonso. And he's the most expensive defender in the game for a good reason. Chelsea last season were really good defensively for a period, although near the end that kind of tailed off. It looked like clubs may have been figuring out how to exploit the 3-4-3. However, in 30 starts for the club, he managed to get 15 clean sheets, only conceding 19 goals, and he got 6 goals himself with 3 big chances to his name, 16 shots on target in total, and created 24 chances for his teammate. With Burnley, Tottenham, Everton, Leicester and Arsenal as the start to Chelsea's season, if you're going to spend the big bucks, it looks like Marcos Alonso probably is your best bet, and that is why he's the most expensive defender in the game. We then have James Milner, a new defender to the game this season after being classed as a midfielder last season, and it's the penalty taking duties that seem to be the big selling point here, and he took penalty in a pre-season game recently and he got 36 starts for Liverpool. Now with Champions League football he may rotate a bit more with Andrew Robertson, who's been brought in, but his stats look very promising if he can nail down most starts for Liverpool in that left back role. Out of 36 appearances last year, he got 12 clean sheets in total with 35 goals conceded. He scored 7 goals and had 9 big chances, which is incredible for a defender. 17 shots on target and also got 3 assists. With Watford, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Man City and Burnley in the first 5, James Milner could return big for you if you're willing to spend the cash. And then finally, it's another Everton player. We mentioned Michael Keane yesterday, we're mentioning Leighton Baines today. They have a bad start to the season, but at 6 million, Leighton Baines is a player that we know and have seen can get plenty of assists and can get goals. Depending on whether he's on penalty and free kick duty, that will also have a big effect on his point total. But last season he got 32 appearances, managed to get 11 clean sheets with 34 goals conceded, scored 2 goals and created 46 chances for his teammates, getting 3 assists. Potentially with a better attack than last season, although Lukaku has gone, who knows, that could raise the assists and he might get into the box a bit more to score. Fixture list wise, it's a bad start as I've said with Stoke, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham and Manchester United. But Leighton Baines has the history of being able to do it, so maybe he can do it this season. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always to this episode. Tomorrow we will hopefully move on to midfielders unless there's some transfers that we need to cover. But stay tuned to the channel for all the videos. But with all that being said, please hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Also consider hitting that notification bell if you want to be updated when I'm going live or if a video's up at 4 PM. Check out the links in the description down below if you want to support the channel. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.